Hi everybody, Robbie Cox again with this week's Tuesday Tidbits. Episode 7, actually. I can't believe we've been doing this for 7 weeks, and the response so far has been great. I love you guys watching it, sending me your questions, commenting, and everything else. So keep it coming. I love hearing from you. Also, before we go any further, I want to tell you that our hearts are out to all those that are in Texas right now, devastated by Hurricane Harvey. We've got some friends who have family members over there, and several of my readers are over there as well, and I just hope that everybody's safe and just bear through it. As anything else that happens, we always pull through, and I know you're going to make it, so just keep out. Our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers are with you guys. Now, why the new time for Tuesday Tidbits? As you know, we've been doing it in the morning. Last week we did it at noon, and tonight 8 o'clock. What's going on? Well, part of the reason today was because I had to take one of my sons to a bus station and drop him off in Orlando when I would normally be doing it, so that changed it. But also, we want to experiment with the time, because the whole point of doing this is to get some of you to participate with us live while the video is going on. So we're bouncing the times around to try and give you a chance to see which time fits better for you to join us. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a drink, pull up, and just have fun with us, ask me some questions live and everything else. We'd love to see you. So, what's been going on in my world? It's been a busy week. It's been an even busier weekend. This past weekend, we spent 4 days in New Smyrna Beach. If you're from that area, beautiful, beautiful beach area. I love the downtown, Flagler Avenue. We actually found a bar that we loved, the Bounty, I believe is what it was called, and it was like a speakeasy. They had it hidden behind a door. You go up, the downstairs is a giant party atmosphere, had a live band getting set up to play. Then we get up here and it's completely a 180 direction. It's soft, it's quiet. The drinks are more like a mixologist is behind the bar fixing them for you and everything else. I actually had the Not Your Papa's Old Fashioned, and it was fantastic. So if you're in New Smyrna, go to Flagler Avenue, go into the Bounty, go upstairs behind the door. I don't know if you need a password or not. In the middle of the day we didn't. But we want you to know that to go in and tell them Robbie Cox said hello, that he loved it. We were celebrating Terry's birthday this weekend and some friends, and we stayed up there and we just had a good time. Spent the day at the beach, tried the restaurant called The Garlic. Fantastic place. If you get to go there, enjoy it. The garlic bread's fantastic. It's an outdoor, indoor type of place. It's kind of weird. The ceiling is open and everything else, so it's if it rains, you're going to get a little wet probably. But it was a fantastic environment, woodsy and everything else. So go there, New Smyrna Beach, try the Garlic restaurant. You'll love it. It's fantastic. So now, what's going on in the writing world? And as I said, we're trying to get you to pay attention and act. So Terry, I'm waving at you as I see you down below there. And if I see questions and everything else, I'll pay attention and answer your questions as they come through. So what's happening? Tuesday Tidbits. Behind the Mask has been sent for final edits. That's one manuscript off my plate right now almost. Probably take a couple weeks for them to come back, and then we'll get it ready. As you know, you can already pre-order it. It's 99 cents. It'll be $2.99 October 3rd, so get it now while it's 99 cents. The ARCs for that will be going out this weekend, so if you've been part of my Robbie's Rascals and you're on my review team, you should be getting an email soon telling you how to participate in this ARC review. Now, for those who don't know, Behind the Mask is the companion, and I say companion because they run parallel to Come Halloween. This is the Rochester sisters. Kelly Ginsburg lost her husband in Come Halloween, and Emma Rochester, the younger sister's wild streak, is a party that we heard about in Come Halloween that she's going to go to on Halloween night, and Trent Wilson's party where anything and everything goes. You throw away your inhibitions. But Emma suddenly has this creepy guy at work that keeps staring at her, and now she's got to decide whether she really wants to go through with this party or not. She has a fantasy that she wants to see come fulfilled, and he's making her think second thoughts about whether she should even do it. Not that he's telling her not to do it, but because she's starting to wonder if maybe he's the reason she shouldn't go. So, and if you look behind us, you'll see this fantastic photo booth backdrop. We had this made for our photo booth in Destin, Florida. As you know, September 9th, we're going to be in Destin, Florida, the Hilton Sandestin. This is the Book Obsessed Babes author signing event. You're going to have that there. We're going to have props for you. We already got them coming in, and it's just going to be a good time. We did this at Space Coast Book Lovers event this past June. We had a lot of people participate. You get to email the pictures to yourself, post them on social media. There'll be a couple of hashtags going and everything else. We'd love to see you. Susan Thatcher, Crystal Matz, glad you guys could join me tonight. Thanks you for being here. Now, if you haven't got your tickets yet, look up Book Obsessed Babes, Destin, Florida, attendees group on Facebook. There'll be a link there for your tickets. Come out to the book signing Saturday. Say hi to us. Come to my table. Say you saw it on this, and I'll give you something. So I don't know what, because I just came up with that off the top of my head. So come by and see me. Tell me you saw this video, and we'll give you something special. Now, in my Robbie's Rascals group, as you heard on previous videos, we do a books and chat every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. This week, Abigail Lee Justice is going to be there. She wasn't there a couple weeks ago. Something happened. This week she's coming back to do it again, and we just love to get to hear her. This is a great time for authors and PAs and industry professionals to come together, share their stories, their worlds with you, with my readers group, and tell us a little about themselves. They play games, they giveaways, and everything else. So come participate. We'd love to see you there. Now, let's get on to some of your questions. Susan asked, why do I wear hats? It's not to cover up my bald head, because that just recently happened. I wear hats. I thought actually hats and me had become together about 9 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. Then I started looking at a bunch of old pictures, and hats have always been around in a lot of the pictures. I used to always wear them. Now, however, it's just become part of my trademark, so to speak. Somebody, I think David Brown over in the UK, suggested it. And when I started wearing them for a while, that, hey, everybody knows me now because of the hats. And that's actually another reason to do it. People recognize the hats, and I don't get lost at Disney World, and they can find me and can make sure I don't stay left behind. So that's one of the reasons I wear hats. Otherwise, I just like them. It's part of the whole ritual of writing. Jim asked, what author do I think that I write like? I couldn't answer you. I don't think I write like anybody that I can think of in my head, and I probably write like everybody. My stories fall along the lines of Mercedes Lackey and Piers Anthony with my urban fantasy stories. My romances, I don't know who to compare them to, because until I started writing romance, I never read a whole lot of romance. I like to think it's a little bit like Nicholas Sparks if he was into the sex scenes, because I like to see and explore different people. Which brings us to the next question, Tina. Tina asked, why do I write about relationships? I write about relationships because they're fun to explore. The different nuances, the different reasons different people get together, the reasons that people bring baggage and how they work through that baggage. You could go and sit anywhere, a coffee shop, a gas station, parking lot, anywhere, and look at people, and you start wondering why these two got put together and what happens in the world. So what happens if this person winds up with this person who they'd never meet before? Then I like to explore different types of relationships, those that aren't the traditional. And most of my stories fall on relationships that are not traditional, and I think age differences and relationship-wise and everything else, and number of people in the relationship and different things. So I like to explore those to find out why they work, how they work, and what hurdles that they have to overcome in order to make it work. So having that in mind, several stories coming up: Taming Carla, Under the Wrapping, and To Be Cherished, the third in the Rutherford series, all explore different variations of different relationships, because they're just fun to explore, and better to do it on paper than in real life. You don't get in as much trouble. So that's this week's Tuesday Tidbits. I thank everybody. Fiona Toole, thank you for joining me tonight. Everybody else who's there, I appreciate it. And next week, keep an eye on my author page. We'll show you what time. Otherwise, we'll be there next week. Okay? Have a great day.